Hey everybody. For some reason, I had to switch devices because my other device is not hooking up. I don't know why. But hold on, I have to put you up on this thing here. And it's very weird. This is the weirdest thing ever. I don't know what happened, but it is not working. It's not connecting to the internet. And I haven't done anything, so I'm using my phone today. I'm gonna take this off. Can everybody hear me okay? Oh, goodness sakes. Hi, JD. Guess I'll turn you like this. Okay. Well, this is very strange. It's gonna be kind of weird. But here we go. You better hurry before this shuts off. I see and hear you fine. Yeah, that is really weird. I don't know. I tried to reconnect like 2 or 3 different times. I'm just going to start because I don't know how long this is going to last. Today we're going on Daniel chapter 2, and it's a prophetic dream. It's Nebuchadnezzar's, and it's the first 5 kingdoms, and then the last one, the 6th one, it's for the future, which will be during our time. This feels so weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna start going on this. And in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled and his sleep brake from him. So he forgot the dream. Then the king commanded to call the magicians, so he sent for them, and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. Let's see. I'm Mind for Knowledge. Hello everybody. I don't know how today's gonna go. Honestly, it's so strange. All right, so it's kind of the way that things were set up, and it's like their religious system. So we'll keep going on here. Basically, there were 6 classes of the Chaldean priesthood. The magicians were connected with the scepter or the rod of office of those who repelled like demons and evil spirits by incantations. Astrologers in Babylonian, they were the prophets who assumed to announce the will of heaven and predict the future. These were a class apart from the others. So the astrologers were a lot different than the incantation, and those who like drink or ate, mushrooms and things like that to get like an experience. The inscriptions, okay, let's see. These were a class apart from the others. The inscriptions speak of Bab Asaput, the gate of the oracle. So they use more oracles. Also, Bit Asaput, the house of oracle. So that was another type. And then you had the sorcerers and the wizards, and those were the people that, had a religious experience by taking psychedelics and things like that. And the Chaldeans, these were South Babylonian. So they were from there and came over to this area. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. He forgot it. It was a really big dream, too. He knew it in his spirit. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac, in Aramaic. O king, live forever. Tell thy servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. He was, with punishment and things like that, he was very fierce about it. And if you go over to chapter 6 and 7, there's the lion's den, but they didn't really deserve it. But with these, like these Kenites and the Chaldeans, stuff like that, we'll come up to a chapter and see, going up against Daniel and the boys, they suffer a huge, their whole family gets destroyed. But if ye show the dream and the interpretation thereof, ye shall receive of me gifts and rewards, get a present, and great honor. Therefore show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. They answered again and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation. So they're saying, well, tell us about the dream. And the king answered and said, I know of certainty that you would gain the time, because you see the thing is gone from me. So they would make something up, that they would just, they'd go away, they'd make something up, and he just knew that that's what they were going to do. But if ye will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you, for ye have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof. So they're kind of stuck, because they can't. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore there is no king or lord nor ruler that ask such a thing at any magicians or astrologer or Chaldean. It's like emphasis on not. Nobody asks this of us. You can't. It's impossible. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth. And there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods whose dwelling is not with the flesh. So even the evil spirits, it's just like you're asking something impossible. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. All the wise men, that included Daniel and the boys. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain, and they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain. Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard. He was the executioner, which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king's captain, why is the decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel, so they didn't even know about it. The king didn't even ask for them, just the other sect, the Babylonian sect. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time, appointed time, and that he would show the king the interpretation. So he gave him some time to come to give an answer to him. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah, his camp companions. So, us as a 7,000, we work together. If somebody has a problem, we work together on it. Like if somebody has a vision or something, bring it to the group. Because we're not, we should be working together, and this is what Daniel and the boys did. That they would desire great mercy of the God of heaven concerning this secret or the mystery, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was the secret revealed. So they prayed about it, and they asked God, give us mercy unless you want us to die. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. And anything that God gives you, always give him thanks and glory and honor. Don't take it upon yourself that you did it. It wasn't you, it was God. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his, and all wisdom and knowledge and understanding comes from God. And he changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So you as one of the 7,000 will be getting this, or you already do, but it just grows. Your wisdom and understanding and knowledge just continually grow as you keep studying in the Word. He revealeth the deep and the secret, or the hidden things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. So I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made me known unto me now what we desired of thee, for thou hast made known unto us the king's matter. So he thanked Father. When you get a blessing or anything like that, tell him thank you. Thank you for everything that you give me. Therefore Daniel went in unto Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus unto him, destroy not the wise men of Babylon. Bring me in before the king, and I will show unto the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto him, I found a man of the captives of Judah that will make known unto the king the interpretation. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen, and the interpretation thereof? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king hath demanded, cannot the wise men, the astrologers and the magicians, the soothsayers, show unto the king? So he's kind of playing around with them a little bit. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. So there's 6 kingdoms that he dreamed of, and the last one is what we're going to be coming upon. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. So your dream is this. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon thy bed, what should come to pass hereafter. And he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. For it was for the king's sake. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass. So the quality, the purity of itself, it like lowers the standard. So you first have the gold, and then the silver, which isn't as, as quality as gold, and then brass. But to look at it, I'm sure it was like, wow. His legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. So it goes lower and lower, but not only that, it's very top heavy. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, this is the act of God, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them into pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together. So those 5 kingdoms were all broken and lay scattered together, and became like the shaft of the summer threshing floors. And the wind, or the ruach, the spirit, carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. So that's Messiah coming back to clean up and take away, this last Babylonian system that's coming in, the one world order. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, strength, and glory. So God gave Nebuchadnezzar his power, his might. And whosoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven hath he given into thine hand, and hath made him thee ruler over all them. So that one world order. And this is kind of how when the Antichrist gets here, everything's going to be under him, under his dominion for a short time. And so that's just all it's saying. Thou art this head of gold. So it's telling him, you are the gold head. And after these shall arise another kingdom inferior to these. So this system that he has is going to end, but it's going to be followed up by the Medo-Persians. And just the way of their politics. See, Nebuchadnezzar had complete control. And as you go down, the ruler, the king, will have less and less power, and it'll become more political. So, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the 4th kingdom, this was Rome, shall be strong as iron, For as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes part of the potter's clay, and part of the iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. So this one is the Mohammedans. It came in, let's see, the Mohammedans came in at, let's see, 63 AD. Rome having held the city for 660 years. Now just think of that. 666 is written all over it. Okay, so from the Battle of Actium, 31 BC to 636 AD, its characteristics as described in verse 41 is exact, and as represented by the feet, Jerusalem has indeed been trodden down, as was never done by any other four powers. So after the Rome, then the Mohammedans came in, and they're still there at this point. They just took power. You get the good figs and the bad figs. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so you mix those two together, it's not going to be very strong. So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as an iron is not mixed with clay. So these are the 10 supernatural kings coming down with Satan to help rule, but they're mingling just like when the 7,000 also. They will be doing as the time as was in Noah, where they were eating, drinking, marrying, they were having these high-bred children and things like that. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. That's Yeshua's return. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people. So that this is Satan's last attempt, last kingdom to be able to set up anything anymore. Even after the end of the millennium, that short season, he is not allowed any governmental type of thing. It's just him. But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall never stand forever. So this is the last one. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation therefore sure. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel, and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet odors unto him. The king answered unto Daniel and said, Of a truth it is, that your God is a God of gods, and the Lord of lords, and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal the secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man, and gave him many great gifts, and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. Now that caused problems with all this sect of Babylon, and just a lot of jealousy and things like that, but he deserved it. Then Daniel requested of the king, and he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon. But Daniel sat in the gate of the king. So he was basically, you know, kind of his right-hand man. So the fourth kingdom is Rome. The fifth kingdom is the Mohammedans, under Jerusalem being under kind of their power and the Dome of the Rock. So the last one that we're looking at, and that we also saw in Revelation, is this one last one world order coming. And just talking a little about the characteristics of the Rome, they were royal, imperial, and republican. I mean, there's like a lot of shows on Netflix lately about, you know, how the Roman Empire is taking over different areas, and the Celts and everybody else, you know, the Celts and the Saxons and all those people, those are the 10 scattered tribes. So it's really interesting to watch it, but they were really into idol worship. Just really bad. They really lost their way. Anyway, I'm sorry I had to go a little bit fast, but there is something going on with my internet, and it is kind of a, I don't know really what happened there. Let's see. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Kim. Hi, Mary. Hi, JD. Hi, Mind for Knowledge. I'm glad you can see and hear me. Oh my gosh, I had to set this up like 3 times. I'm just afraid it's about to go out on me. Isn't that weird? That is just so weird. Anyway, I hope it doesn't do that tomorrow. That would really be bad. That is so weird. I mean, that is really weird. I had it all set up. I don't know. Don't know. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow if the same thing happens. I mean, it's just, there's no reason for it. Yeah, I was talking to a friend today too. Their internet like at work, and their phone service has been really bad. So I don't know, maybe it's just what's going on. Because, yeah, my phone has rebuked, definitely. Get off my internet, Satan. I rebuke and bind and command you to leave in the name of Yeshua. IJNA. IJNA. Yeah, I'm just afraid. I mean, I wanted to go a lot slower on that one, but I don't know. I'm just afraid this is going to be like, I'm going to get knocked offline. Anyway, gosh, I hope it isn't like this on Saturday. I have had a bad feeling in my gut for days, and I don't know what it is. I'm not a paranoid person either. Well, the election is coming up. I mean, that's a big thing. I live close to Portland, and it's like, I don't even go out right now. Maybe there's like solar wind, that solar storm stuff coming in and just messing with the satellites. Yeah, it's not a good thing. I mean, It really, I don't know if you live like in near a town and stuff like that, or in a liberal state, just watch out. Like something's coming. Hmm. I was just thinking, what could be coming up? Just the election and just people not accepting the fact that Trump won, and it could really start some huge fights. I would just stock up on food and stuff and just, if you don't have to go out, especially this weekend and next, what is next Tuesday. I got my ballot in. I actually took it down to the drop box. I do not trust the mail at all. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you guys can get your ballots in now, do it. It's just crazy. And just being around like Portland area, it is just bad. I mean, I know all hell's gonna break loose there. Supposedly that asteroid is coming closer to Earth. God of Chaos asteroid. It could. We're living in some very perilous times, and we're just seeing the beginning of it. Hi, my brothers and sisters all. Hi, Stacy. I'll have to watch later. Well, you'll get in when you can. So, yeah, I don't know. It will be interesting. Plus, like on Saturday, it's kind of what kind of spells and things like that are they going to do? Apophis, I think it's named. Kind of like Apollo, Polyon. October 28th through 30 is a pedo sacrifice dates. Yeah, these evil, evil, wicked, wicked people. Not only that, they're in our government. And it's like our laws and everything like that have been so messed up to protect them. And we have no protection. I mean, things are gotta change. I did see a type of justice coming, and we really haven't seen that yet. That's why I think it's gonna be Trump. Satan's holiday full moon too. Wow. I'm not going out. No, no, I've got trouble anyway. And something else. They're well, I know that the witches, this is when they like cast spells and just do all their magic. And then the winter solstice. And that's like around Christmas time. So there's some evil things coming up. I don't know. I looked at the clock and it was 3333. Isn't that cool? Keen West, Keen West. Why am I, yeah. I doubt that Kanye West will win, but I don't know. Maybe he's the one who brings injustice. But something is coming. Something is coming. Oh, man. Oh, hi, Stephen Price. I'll try to say hi to everybody. I know it has to myself. I'm utmost confidence in Jesus. Yeah. It's all you can do, really. Just We are going to be living through some really, really weird things. And not only just storms, there's a storm going on right now. I think it's like a hurricane over in like New Orleans area, Zeta. I just heard about it, so I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was going on, but I'm thankful for your teachings in the chat group. Helps during these weird times. It does. It kind of puts things back into focus, like, kind of brings a little peace into your life. Just reassurance that, you're not the only one, going through it. Because we all are in our own weird little way. Everybody will be affected in one way or the other. I'd rather be on the good side than on the bad side when those woe judgments hit. They're locking down Europe tight again and talking about internment camps in Canada. Oh, wow. They are just really trying to take control of this oppression. It's just, I can't even imagine. I hope that people fight back and just say, no, we're not going to do that because that's what it takes. But if you're compliant, then, it'll come down to being killed. I mean, you got to stand up. And this, I guess, is about the revolution where people just get tired of it. And that's when the war begins. But, we could have taken care of this a long time ago. But we let the liberals in. We didn't hold our standards. And it's been a planned thing since, like 1900. So you got 120 years. The church is divided in like 1908 with the Catholic Church dividing them up into denominations to fail so that they could come back. The church can say, well, that didn't work, so we just need one church now, which is a universal church. So it is going to be pretty crazy. I don't know, just all over. And it's really regional too. So depending on which state you're in, the things that'll be happening. So I don't know. I know there's like a big fight over Texas at this point because it could go blue. I mean, if Texas went, oh man, we'd be in big trouble. But it could. El Paso, Texas, supposedly locked down too. Yeah, see? And you've got Austin and Houston and San Antonio, and all those big cities like that, these liberals have gotten into. And that's the problem. That's how they've taken over through our government. I just don't, at this point, we're in like the rain information. We're in the destabilization of a country being taken over. This is the last stage. So war is inevitable. There is no way out of it. It's all through education and getting people's minds, a mindset. Like we're getting our mindset to get through all this. Well, their mindset is something completely different and communist, socialist. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys, I guess I'll go find out what happened to my camera and find out if it's something that I can fix. This is not good. I don't know. Looks like my internet's on, but I don't know, a connection problem. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm sorry for the short lesson, but I don't know when this is going to shut off. So, perilous times. I'll talk to you tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Bye.